I am sick. What the What the Okay, so this is the necklace promoting the song. There's a lyric where they say that they're dancing and the lightning strikes, so hence the lightning. And then we've got an opal light, I guess, in the center. Okay, so here's my problem immediately. So these lightning bolts are not normal lightning bolts. They are specifically SS lightning bolts. Okay, it is not ambiguous. That is exactly what it is.
Before getting into all of this, please subscribe to my channel because this Taylor Swift situation is getting wild fast. Right now, Taylor Swift is sitting at the center of a huge online storm, and the backlash around her is loud. Rolling Stone just dropped a new article that has fans talking nonstop, with many saying the hate toward Taylor feels forced and overly calculated. The article points out how much of this criticism seems coordinated behind the scenes rather than organic. At the same time, people are dragging Taylor for not speaking up about the White House using her song, especially when artists like Olivia Rodrigo and Sabrina Carpenter have spoken out in similar situations. That silence has only made the conversation messier. What's making this hit harder is how familiar it feels. There was a time when saying you liked Taylor got you mocked, especially during the Kim Kardashian and Kanye West feud. Back then, Taylor was labeled dramatic and fake until it was revealed years later that Kim edited the phone call footage to make it seem like Taylor lied about approving Kanye's lyrics. As opinions about Kanye shifted, people started looking at Taylor differently too. Then during COVID, everything changed. With Folklore and Evermore, even former critics had to admit it. She makes good music, and that era pulled in a whole new wave of fans. A lot of fans say her lyrics hit way harder now than they ever did during the Shake It Off era, and that emotional shift pulled people in deep. Then came the Eras Tour, which turned into a full-on global moment and pushed her visibility to another level entirely. With more eyes on her than ever, the criticism exploded just as fast. Suddenly, people started accusing her of blocking other artists on the charts, telling her to step aside, give others a chance, or straight up disappear. That noise got so loud she finally addressed it this week on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. She acknowledged the comments directly and made it clear she has no plans to go anywhere.
How do you keep a good thing going? I think there are certain corners of our society that really love that and look up to longevity. There are also corners that are like, give someone else a turn. Can't you just go away so we can talk about how good you were? And I'm like, I don't want to.
Despite all that pressure, she kept moving forward and kept releasing music anyway. She dropped the Tortured Poets Department during the Eras Tour and then followed it up this year with a project titled The Life of a Showgirl. That release instantly split the fan base, with strong opinions flying everywhere. Some fans feel that album exposed who was only around for the Folklore and Evermore era, while others stuck with her no matter what. Even supporters admit it's not everyone's favorite from her catalog, but the backlash still went hard. People tore into the album, resurfaced old complaints, and piled on new criticisms all at once. After that release, the online conversation spiraled fast, and it became clear this era was going to be one of her most polarizing yet, even before the dust had time to settle. For a while now, people have been voicing real frustration with Taylor for not speaking out more on major world issues. With such a massive platform, some fans say they don't understand why she wouldn't use it more publicly, and that silence keeps rubbing people the wrong way. Others argue she stays quiet for safety reasons, but for some critics, that explanation still doesn't fully land. That debate flared up all over again after the release of her latest Disney Plus docuseries. Fans started connecting dots, saying the reason she stays quiet might be rooted in what the series reveals behind the scenes. The first episode focuses on the aftermath of her trying to return to the stage after the Vienna and Southport incidents during the Eras Tour, moments that clearly shook her deeply. In the episode, Taylor opens up about the intense fear and emotional weight of learning about a serious threat tied to her Vienna shows, which ultimately led to those concerts being canceled to protect fans. That decision alone left a heavy mark on her. The docuseries also addresses the tragic incident connected to a Taylor Swift-themed dance and yoga class in Southport, England, where several young girls lost their lives. Taylor shares how deeply that loss affected her as she continued touring, carrying grief, anxiety, and an overwhelming sense of responsibility. Viewers see her leaning hard on her support system, struggling emotionally, and later meeting the families involved backstage. A moment that made it painfully clear just how difficult it was for her to keep performing after such devastating events. For a lot of viewers, the docuseries finally put things into perspective, showing just how real the safety risks around Taylor actually are, and why speaking out doesn't always feel like a choice, but more like a serious risk. To some, it made her silence make way more sense. Still, not everyone is buying that explanation. Even with the added context, critics keep coming for Taylor, arguing that safety concerns don't fully excuse her decision to stay quiet on certain issues. That divide hasn't gone anywhere. If anything, it's getting louder. The criticism flared up again when the White House used her music, with fans questioning why her work can be tied to political messaging while she chooses not to comment publicly herself. People immediately started comparing her to other artists like Olivia Rodrigo, Sabrina Carpenter, and SZA, who have directly called out the White House for using their music in connection with ICE-related content. Recently, the White House used Sabrina Carpenter's song in a now-deleted 14-second clip showing people being pursued and arrested by ICE officers. Sabrina commented under the video saying, "This video is evil and disgusting. Do not ever involve me or my music to benefit your inhumane agenda." That response went viral fast. The White House also shared an Instagram post that included part of an Olivia Rodrigo song. In that video, individuals appeared to be detained and deported, and Olivia responded bluntly, writing, "Don't ever use my songs to promote your racist, hateful propaganda. No filter, no hesitation." As for SIA, the White House posted a TikTok featuring a montage of ICE officers chasing and handcuffing people, pulling her name into the conversation too. Moments like these are why fans keep asking, if others can speak up this boldly, why does Taylor stay silent? Things escalated even more when someone from her label publicly called out the White House, accusing them of baiting artists on purpose just to boost engagement. They said, "Trying to provoke artists to respond in order to help spread propaganda and political agendas is nasty business. Knock it off." That statement instantly shifted the conversation and gave people a new angle to think about. SEA backed that up in a tweet that went viral fast, writing, "White House rage baiting artists for free promo is peak dark inhumanity and shock and awe tactics, evil and boring." That response made a lot of fans rethink the situation and wonder if silence is sometimes intentional. Some believe Taylor may be choosing not to respond because she sees it as bait and doesn't want to amplify the message at all, which lines up with what SCA and her label were calling out. But others aren't satisfied with that explanation and feel uncomfortable watching her music get used while she stays completely quiet. On the flip side, rumors started flying, with some accusing her of supporting certain political figures because of her engagement to Travis Kelce and speculation about his family's views. That narrative ignores the fact that she has endorsed opposing candidates in recent years and has openly spoken against those figures before, which makes the accusations feel like a reach. As for Travis, he tends to stay quiet about politics, and that silence alone has rubbed some people the wrong way. Then, during the release of Life of a Showgirl, critics piled on again, accusing Taylor of subtly shading Travis's ex in the lyrics. To make matters worse, a silver lightning bolt necklace sold on her website also sparked backlash, with people calling it problematic and dragging her all over social media.
Just for reference, this is an SS lightning bolt. These are not SS lightning bolts. Clearly she has no clue what the flip she's talking about. She goes on to say that the star looks like an iron cross. This is an iron cross, which it does not look like that. And also, the iron cross is used today by Jesuits, which are a denomination of Catholics, and other denominations of Christianity, so it's not purely a hate symbol. She goes on to talk about how there are 8 lightning bolts, and that's a symbol for, which it is, but you know, there are 8 lightning bolts because that's the way that they were spaced out, the way that it lined up. It's not like 8 is this super obscure specific number that she chose. It just is. And the Onyx Night Opalite Skies thing is very, very much a metaphor for being shrouded in the darkness versus being in the light and being happy, so it's really a reach to call her racist.
At this point, it feels like every move she makes gets put under a microscope. The necklace was eventually pulled from her website, and some people did step in to defend her, saying the outrage felt overblown. Still, the backlash stayed loud, and critics kept tearing into Taylor from every angle possible. For the necklace, for being a billionaire, for her album, for literally everything she does lately. But then this week, Rolling Stone dropped another bombshell that flipped the narrative again. According to their reporting, the entire necklace controversy may not have been organic at all. They claim the anti-Taylor outrage looked less like spontaneous criticism and more like a coordinated online smear campaign. The article suggested that bot networks and so-called sock puppet accounts helped push and amplify the most extreme anti-Taylor content online. This wasn't just people venting, it was allegedly engineered noise designed to spread fast and hit hard. Rolling Stone cited new research from GIA, a behavioral intelligence startup that tracks how reputation-damaging narratives form and go viral. Their white paper analyzed more than 24,000 posts and 18,000 accounts across 14 digital platforms, covering the period between October 4th, the day after Life of a Showgirl dropped, and October 18th. The findings were wild. Just 3.77% of accounts were responsible for 28% of the conversation around Taylor and the album during that time. That small cluster of accounts reportedly pushed the most inflammatory content, including conspiracy theories about her supposed intentions, exaggerated call-outs, and posts framing her relationship with Travis as politically loaded. All of it was packaged as sharp social critique, which made things even messier. Not everyone liked hearing that bots may have played a role, with some people saying, "So now anyone who criticizes her is a bot?" That reaction sparked another layer of debate instantly. Others tried to explain that both things can be true at once. Real people can share opinions, while coordinated accounts can still amplify the loudest, most extreme takes. And just like that, the conversation around Taylor got even more chaotic than before. The idea behind these bot networks is that they didn't just post hate, they planted ideas. Some opinions people now repeat might not have even crossed their minds if they hadn't first seen those bot-driven posts shaping the narrative around Taylor and what she supposedly represents. Of course, not everyone likes her on their own, that's real. But the argument is that bots may have nudged certain people toward harsher views, creating a much bigger wave of backlash than would have happened naturally. Overall, the conversation around Taylor this year has been a lot. It's way bigger than album opinions now. It's layered, messy, and non-stop. And the truth is, multiple things can exist at the same time. Taylor has always faced heavy criticism, and yes, some of that criticism has been fair and deserved. But now conspiracy theories, smear campaigns, and coordinated narratives are being thrown into the mix. That doesn't mean every negative opinion is fake. It means the line between real criticism and manipulated outrage is blurrier than ever. Fans are scrambling to defend her while also trying to make sense of what's real and what's being pushed artificially. When the Rolling Stone article dropped, people were shocked. Some believed it immediately, while others rolled their eyes and said it was just clever PR trying to redirect hate by blaming bots instead of addressing criticism head-on. That skepticism only added more noise to the situation. At the end of the day, opinions about Taylor are flying in every direction. Whether people love her, dislike her, or feel conflicted, one thing is clear. The conversation around her feels louder, sharper, and more chaotic than it's ever been before. A lot of people who've watched the documentary are actually defending her hard, saying they truly don't understand the level of hate she's getting at all. The way the docuseries presents her, especially in the first 2 episodes, feels raw, emotional, and very human. And for many viewers, it completely shifts the perspective. But now the real question is this: what do you think? Have you been noticing this Taylor Swift backlash lately, or does it feel overblown to you? And if you've been a longtime fan, does this moment feel eerily similar to that era when she was dragged non-stop during the Kanye situation, when public opinion was firmly against her? Because for a lot of people, it really feels like history is repeating itself. Also, has anyone here watched the Disney Plus docuseries yet? Only 2 episodes are out so far, but did it change how you see her, or did it leave you feeling conflicted? Make sure to like, subscribe to my channel, share this video, and drop your thoughts in the comments, because this conversation is far from over. And of course, I'll see you on the next one.